I hereby call the meeting of the Brockton City Council Finance Committee for Monday, December 7th, 2020, and it is about 7:35 p.m. Out of respect for public health and in response to Governor's declared state of emergency, this meeting will be closed to the public, and interested parties can instead access the deliberations via a live stream on YouTube. This meeting is being held in accordance with Governor Charlie Baker's signed open meeting law order dated March 12th, 2020, which relieves a public body from the requirement of Section 20 of Chapter 30A that it conduct its meetings in a public place that is open and physically accessible to the public, provided that the public body makes provision to ensure public access to the deliberations of the public body for interested members of the public through adequate alternative means. Good evening, everyone. Sorry, we're starting our finance committee a little bit late. Our special city council meeting went well more than scheduled. So before this evening, before we move forward with our agenda, we're going to do something positive, and I think this is the first actually doing it on Zoom. But Councilor Cardoso, are you there? Can you hear us, Councilor Cardoso? Councilor Cardoso has a citation to present.
Thank you so much, Madam President. I wish we were doing this in person because it's so hard to do via Zoom. I want to thank Angel Cosme, my guest tonight, for his patience. Our special meeting ran really late, so I'm really sorry, Angel. So thank you for hanging in there. But I have a citation for Mutual Aid Brockton. They've done really good work, speaking of positive, during this pandemic to help our residents with food insecurity and other resources that they need. So the citation reads, official citation, be it known that the Brockton City Council hereby extends its congratulations to Mutual Aid Brockton in recognition of the tireless effort providing food and other resources to our residents in Brockton during COVID-19. Another reason why Brockton is the city of champions. And be it further known that the City Council extends best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the Council and attested to a copy thereof transmitted by the Clerk of the Council, Shirley Azak, Anthony Zioli, and Tina Cardoso on November 23rd, 2020. So thank you, Angel. Thank you, Mutual Aid, for all your great work. God bless you, and we wish you much success.
Thank you so much, Councilor Cardoso, and everyone. It's been an honor. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I just want to say thank you. It's definitely a community effort to support one another during these times and during all times. And so it's just on behalf of everyone who has anything to do with mutual aid and all its facets, whether it's donating time, money, making deliveries, working together, sharing resources, etc. Thank you on behalf of everyone. Let's continue to work together to make Brockton the place that it needs to be. I'll let you guys continue your meeting. Thank you so much. Very humbled. Happy holidays to all. God bless you.
Thank you. And I'll get this to you sometime this week, okay?
Excited. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Angel.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Councilor Cardoso. Thank you for that presentation. At this time, Councilor Lally, Councilor Lally, are you there?
I'm here. I'm sorry about that. No, my guest could not make it, so I'm going to try and do it at another time.
Sure, no, that's perfect. We did want to do a moment of silence for Pearl Harbor. I thought you wanted to do that, Councilor.
Oh, that as well. I did text you that. Yeah. So this is the anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor, so I figured it'd be appropriate for us to take a moment of silence.
Take a moment of silence.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. So, councilors, for some reason, our clerk, Erin Silva, hasn't been able to get back in the room. I've received messages from her. So at this time, I will start with agenda item number 1, which is reappointment of Stephen Hooke of 31 Hammond Street, Brockton, Mass. To the Traffic Commission for a 3-year term. Invited guests, Mayor Robert Sullivan, Stephen Hooke, Director of Brockton Emergency Management Agency.
Motion to recommend favorably.
Second.
On the motion,
A motion was made, probably seconded, but on the motion, Counselor Nicastro.
thank you. I just wanted to invite Mr. Hooke to tell us why he would ever want to spend 3 more years on the esteemed Traffic Commission.
I know he was on. Oh,
I'm
there
here.
you go. Hey, there you go. How?
Good evening, Madam Chair and City Councilors. First of all, that's a great question, Councilor. But I do want to thank Mayor Sullivan for forwarding my reappointment to the council for approval. And you guys know I've been a lifelong resident of this great city. And this is just something I can do to give back to the residents of the city. So I'm happy to do it. And I'm happy to answer any other questions.
Thank you, Mr. Hooke. And, you know, the Traffic Commission was one of my favorite committees that I served on. And it's very educational and you learn a lot about the city of Brockton. So thank you for all you do and serving on there. It's we appreciate it. A motion was made and properly seconded. I'm going to do a roll call vote. Let me just, there we go. So Azak, yes. Cardoso,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
let's see, who do we have? Farwell,
Yes.
Nicastro,
Yes,
Mendez,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Monahan.
Yes.
Okay, that's all the councils I have on, and that's
No.
who did I miss?
Ian Airy
Oh,
and
Councilor
Lally.
Ianieri, you,
I'm not gone yet.
oh, no.
Yes,
Yes, perfect. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
And did you
7.
get Jack?
Yes,
No,
yep, I got, so that's 9.
I'm voting yes either way. I serve on the traffic commission with Steve. He's fantastic.
The motion carried, that's 9 councilors voting in favor. That motion goes back favorably back to the full city council. Thank you, Mr. Hooke. Thank you, and sorry for the
Thank
wait.
you. No problem.
Thank you. Have a good night. Let's see. Agenda item number 2, ordered. Acceptance of an anonymous donation of $8,000 to be used to purchase equipment for K-9 related needs. From anonymous donation to police department, there is no required match for these funds. Invited Mayor Robert Sullivan, Troy Clarkson, Chief Financial Officer, and Emmanuel Gomes, Chief of Police. Mr. Clarkson, did you want to speak on this or?
Motion to recommend favorably.
A motion's been made and properly seconded. Did somebody?
Second.
That was probably seconded. Going to do a roll call vote. Azak, yes. Cardoso,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Farwell,
Yes.
Nicastro.
yes,
Let's see, who do I have? Mendez,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Monahan,
Yes.
Ianieri.
yes.
We must be going by age now.
9 and, no, just the order that you're on my screen. 9 in favor. That motion, the order goes back favorably back to the full city council.
I'm a yes as well.
I didn't
Yes,
get you,
Jack.
Jack, sorry. I thought, Council Lally, yes. Normally, these would be hand votes, but there's no way for everybody at home to see your hands, so. Let's see, item number 3, ordered appropriation of $68,000 from Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, Mass DEP Sustainable Materials Recovery Program Grant. 2, Department of Public Works Sustainable Materials Recovery Program Fund. Invited, Mayor Robert Sullivan, Troy Clarkson, CFO, Larry Rowley, Commissioner DPW. Good evening, Commissioner. Did either yourself or Mr. Clarkson want to speak on this matter?
No, I will. Good evening, council and councilors. This is a no match grant from the city. So I'll take any questions.
Motion to recommend favorably.
Okay.
Second.
A motion was made and properly seconded to recommend favorably. Roll call vote. Azak, yes. Cardoso,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Farwell.
How about Ian?
I haven't gotten there yet, Counselor.
Okay.
How are you
Farwell,
voting?
yes.
Nicastro, Nicastro,
Yes.
Mendez,
yes,
Thompson,
Yes.
Monahan,
Yes.
Ianieri.
yes,
That's 9 in favor. The order goes back favorably back to the full city council. Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you. Sorry we started a little late and had you waiting there, but. Item number 4, communication from the mayor authorizing the City of Brockton Public Works Department to transfer $1,400,000 of the $2 million that was originally appropriated to fund the water main replacement on Thomas Street, Thomas Circle, and Morse Ave. While this transfer is not required to be authorized by the City Council, CFO Troy Clarkson and the mayor committed to communicate with the City Council about the way in which these funds would be expended. The mayor respectfully requests that this communication by referred to the City of Brockton Finance Committee so that this matter may be further discussed. Invited, Mayor Robert Sullivan, Troy Clarkson, Chief Financial Officer, Lawrence Rowley, Commissioner DPW. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Madam Chairman. Thank you. Members of the council. Commissioner Rowley, as you can see, is here with me tonight as well. I'll take you back to our original discussion recently when you approved a loan order for some funding, advantageous funding from the Commonwealth for some water valve and water main work. And during that time, there were questions from the councilors about the process. And at that time, we committed, no matter how we propose to expend those funds, to come back with you to discuss it. The work that Commissioner Rowley is proposing, and he can speak to the specifics, is in some cases identical to the money that you originally appropriated in the budget. I did send you this afternoon the page from the budget where these funds reside, so that you could see that indeed he will be replacing additional valves and some water main replacements. Those are in what we call an organization code within the budget that's identical, that does not require, because the money is staying within that area in the budget, a transfer. However, both the mayor and I committed to coming back to the council and having the discussion with you. And should we need to transfer it to somewhere else in the budget, to seek an actual vote. So in that spirit of transparency, Larry is here tonight to discuss the specifics of the planned work for this money.
Thank you, Mr. Clarkson.
Madam, I have a couple of questions.
Sure, I know Counselor Thompson had his hand up. Counselor Thompson, and then Counselor Cruz.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I just want to say I appreciate the communication on this matter. I do see this expenditure as a proper use of these funds, as they have been budgeted for water main and water valve replacement, which is what they are being used for. I also believe that Thomas Street and Thomas Circle are appropriate choices for this allocation. Thomas Street and Thomas Circle are in terrible shape, and they're in dire need of repair. So I do appreciate the DPW and the CFO's efforts in this matter. So thank you, gentlemen. And I, as well as the residents of Thomas Street and Thomas Circle, look forward to these repairs. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Cruz. Counselor Cruz, I'm going to apologize to you because I don't know why your hand isn't showing
I
up
can't,
tonight.
yeah, for some reason, I'm having trouble with that on my,
I apologize because
Not a
I
problem.
haven't seen it. Sure,
not a problem. I've never had a problem getting heard, so. I actually I kind of wanted to thank Mr. Clarkson and the mayor for bringing this back to us and for the information this afternoon, because I had concerns about the ability to appropriate, but this is in the same line item that it would have been in. That's what you sent us this afternoon, correct?
Yes, sir.
So just so we know, though, that we approve that, the DPW commissioner could change, as long as it's still in that line item, he could change the projects that and again, I'm not talking about Mr. Rowley in particular because he always does the right thing, but he's not always going to be here. So that, when we approve that in the budget, that could be changed by a commissioner or a department head. As long as it stays within a line item that is identified as the same line item.
Technically, Counselor, yes, you are correct. Obviously, well, with this current mayor and CFO and commissioner, that wouldn't happen.
Right,
but-
and I wasn't worried about it happening now. You understand my concerns though in general.
No question,
Is,
absolutely. And
but I know the Morsav work, I believe, is actually under a court order, isn't it? Or is that Torrey Street, Mr. Rowley?
No, that was Torrey Street, Counselor. Just as an overview of this, that Thomas Street and Thomas Circle is about 1,800 linear feet that we have to replace. And along with that, we'll do some drain work and sewer work, and then there'll be a brand new street there, newly paved. At least another 15 years, 20 years it'll last. And Morse Ave is 2,000 linear feet, the same with that. Replace the water main there and also some sewer and drain work and a brand new street there. As you can see, out of that 2 million, I have asked for 1.4. I don't know how the bids are going to come in. If this is passed, I can get going on doing a survey and some soil borings on the streets mentioned. But if they come in well under the 1.4, and then I have 600 left, we will come back to you again if you would like, because I would like to get another street done with this money if we could. Thank you.
Thank you. Motion to recommend favorably.
Second,
Second,
The motion's been made and properly seconded to recommend favorably back to the full city council. Roll call vote, Azak, yes. Cardoso,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Farwell,
Yes.
Nicastro,
yes.
Mendez,
yes,
Thompson,
yes.
Monahan,
Yes.
Ianieri,
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
The motion goes back favorably back to the full city council. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Counselor.
Must be award
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Mr. CFO.
Thank you.
Item number 5, resolve as follows, that the city council shall recommend approval for the city of Brockton to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with the town of West Bridgewater for all properties seeking water and sewer connections with Brockton. That the city council shall recommend approval for the city of Brockton to approve the water connection for the 46-acre parcel approved by the Brockton Water Commission and execute the intermunicipal agreement with West Bridgewater for the water and sewer connections for said parcel. Invited guests, Mayor Robert Sullivan, Troy Clarkson, Chief Financial Officer, Lawrence Rowley, Commissioner of DPW, Richard Lawton, Co-Counsel, Meadow Woods LLC, Attorney Benjamin Albanese, Ross Messina, Meadow Woods Manager, David Gay, Legal Counsel for West Bridgewater, and David Gagney, Town Administrator for West Bridgewater. Counselor Mendez.
yes. I'd like to make a motion to postpone it to our next finance meeting, December 21st.
Second.
A motion's been made and properly seconded to postpone this resolve until the next finance meeting. Roll call vote, Azak, yes. Cardoso,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Farwell,
Yes.
Nicastro,
Yes.
Mendez,
Yes,
Thompson,
Yes.
Monahan,
Yes.
Ianieri,
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
This resolve is postponed until the next finance meeting. Number 6, resolve as follows. That the city of Brockton should consider amending the current curfew and allow Brockton's restaurants to operate later daily, or in the alternative to operate later Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Counselor Mendez.
I'd like to make a motion to table it, please.
Second.
A motion was made and properly seconded to table this resolve. Azak, yes. Cardoso,
Yes.
Cruz,
Yes.
Farwell,
Yes.
Nicastro,
Yes.
Mendez,
Yes.
Thompson,
Yes.
Monahan,
Yes.
Ianieri,
Yes.
Lally.
Yes.
This resolve is tabled. At this point, counselors, does anybody need a moment of council recognition, or I don't see any hands or anybody making.
Actually, Madam President, Madam Chairman,
Counselor Cruz?
actually, I'd just like to say, as difficult as Zoom is, and as difficult as this meeting is, because I'm not talking about the finance, but the earlier meeting is the most difficult meeting we have every year. I just want to say, I thought everybody did a great job and thought it through, and even though I didn't agree with what the end was, I don't have a problem. We did the public's work, and great job by everybody tonight. Thank you.
Counselor. Thank you
I'd
very
like to
much.
concur with that, and thank you, Madam Chair. I think it turned out really well, given that we had so many people on the call. So good job.
Thank you, counselors. And thank you. I know we have our, thank you to our CFO. Thank you to our Commissioner Rowley for being here this evening. I know we also have Karen Preval on this meeting with us. And we also have Mr. John Messia from the mayor's office and attorney and our city solicitor, Megan Bridges, on the call as well. So thank you. Thanks for everybody for being here this evening. And at this point, this meeting's adjourned.